What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Movie Positive. Welcome back to Trunk Reviews. Today we're reviewing Loki, Season 1, Episode 5, Jesus Christ, what the fuck. That was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. How you guys doing?
I think probably the best episode of the Marvel television pantheon so far.
Absolutely.
It was very neat. I enjoyed it.
It was fantastic, right?
It was insane.
So much going on.
It reminded me of like the Council of Ricks episode of Rick and Morty. Like it was just all these. There was an alligator.
They just did that episode with all the decoys too.
It was just like that. Which is Mark Waldron. His only other credit was writing Rick and Morty, and you can really see.
He worked on this.
Yeah, he's the creator. Yeah, he's the showrunner.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Also writing Multiverse of Madness.
Makes total sense.
Make me feel a little better.
He's such a.
It's all he's ever done.
The sci-fi principle stuff. It's like that thing that Alex Garland always talks about, where he's like, it doesn't have to be the main event sci-fi. It can just allow you permissions, kind of like.
Yeah, and
all of this stuff.
Allow a lot of permissions.
As soon as you introduce the concept of the TVA, you're on a ride.
Yeah, and we've slowly been getting towards that, and this one just went full, just bonkers, out of control, and I loved it. I loved it. It was completely insane.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
This is our first taste of the multiverse chaos.
Yeah, it's settling us in because it's gonna get wild. With Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, it's gonna get crazy, and this one really definitely settles in. You were like, what?
Old Loki.
Oh yeah, old Loki. Richard E. Grant was like the best part.
Absolutely killed.
It's called
Glorious Purpose.
His original Loki costume from the comics.
To die laughing, and he's so powerful. He's the most powerful of all of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He could have overthrown the Child at any point. That was that was their leader. But when he starts talking about leadership, he's like, no, I abandoned it all. One night sat on the planet. And then they ask him why he left, and he's like, the heartbreaker. He's like, I miss my brother. And you're like, oh God.
Wasn't it funny too that in the void all of the Lokis survive? Like they're the only people that survive.
He goes, because we're Lokis, we survive.
Yeah. They're just all conniving pieces of shit who just find a way to live.
Yeah.
And I think probably the most overlooked thing may very well be the Thanos copter.
I was going to ask you about that. What the fuck? It's from a Marvel.
It's like a fucking Marvel ABC book from the 1970s.
Why do you know that?
Because I just know things. But there's
you
probably
drink and you know things.
I drink and I know. There's probably a Thanos on this Earth, and that's gonna be the thing that all draws.
They referenced Thanos though. They all talked about it. It seems like in every one of their timelines, Thanos kind of won, which I literally thought was I am inevitable.
Let's run through a quick object background Easter eggs. We had the Avengers Tower.
Yeah.
We had the helicarrier. Mm-hmm. There was one that dropped very quickly that I need to go back and look back.
There's a Mjolnir.
Like a Quinjet. There's a Mjolnir sitting in the dirt.
Yeah. The other guy had a weird Mjolnir.
Yeah, from his universe.
The black guy had
Barbarian.
Yeah.
He beat everybody in his.
Well,
he beat everybody in his.
It seems like Asgard always kind of fell, or Thor died, or
terribly. They're all supposed to die after Ragnarok.
Yeah.
But the only reason old Loki survived, that was his variance, that he survived, and he went to this great conjuring. The barbarian Loki, not barbarian Loki, whatever you want to call him, victorious Loki, his TVA event was that he fucking won. He killed Cap, he killed fucking Tony, he killed everybody.
Right, yeah.
He won, and yet somehow the kid is the king of his domain. He says he killed his brother. That's his event.
Yeah.
I like that they all have their own little events.
Here's the big question though. What was Crocodile Loki's event?
Do
we know this?
According to, I'll keep calling.
Give me that show.
I call him Barbarian Loki because he has wearing furs and stuff. But if it is Barbarian Loki, he says to him, he goes, "Well, at least my event wasn't eating the wrong cat." That's what he said to him. So maybe Alligator Loki ate the wrong cat.
Dude, just show me. Give me a 6-part miniseries, full special effects, $200 million budget of just that.
With the subtitles, it has to all be in the original crocodile language.
We should turn the subtitles on and see what he actually says. There's probably.
Oh, that is so true. I wonder if it says crocodile gnarl or alligator gnarl, or if it's fuck you, you dumb piece of shit. They're all pretending to know, and he's like, well, he said that you're not. He's praying or whatever.
I guess we have to look. Someone's watching right now and being like, they don't even know. The implications of the lizard Loki. You have no idea.
The Infinity Saga is pretty much erased because of the subtitles of Alligator Loki.
Yeah. It was established by Stanley and Jack Kirby in 1972. And everyone knows that. So you just are noobs and you don't understand.
I do like how young teenage boy Loki and Alligator Loki was like a boy and his dog. Like, notice after he bit off the one Loki's hand, he jumped into his arms.
Yeah.
And then the other one, it was kind of like a kid and his puppy. There's something kind of really sweet about it that I really liked.
Except that puppy's also yourself. It's a metaphor for how we carry ourselves sometimes.
Says the man who hates his dog.
We also saw, which was in the trailers for so long, and it was funny, it wasn't the actual Loki. We saw political Loki.
Yeah, 40s political Loki.
Yeah, 40s political Loki, which was with a bunch of other. Dude, there were so many Lokis.
I really thought
there was
that
literally
was
like
gonna be
12.
It was so obvious they were all going to betray each other, but it was still great.
Yeah, it's just like
you're like,
yeah, he had this whole plan out, and they just all put knives.
But they all have their plans.
I like how, like, normally I hate like dragged out, like overly emotional moments in shows, but the dragged out moment, if there was one in this, is Sylvie and Loki sitting out and they're talking about what they're gonna do. But you can really, the reason it's good dragged out, there's a purpose for it, is you can tell they both like really like each other, but they also know that the other is them and they don't trust them at all.
And not in the ways
and it
the
keeps
audience,
going around.
yeah.
They keep giving each other openings and shots, and you can see they're both such good actors. Their facial expressions, they're like, no, this is a bad idea. I don't like this.
As far as the writing goes, I feel like they're trying to just like draw us into a false sense of security, and then one of them will betray the other.
Probably.
There's no way the series ends with the two of them living, because then there's implications for that.
Well, we are moving into the multiverse.
We're moving into the multiverse, yeah.
There's a chance nothing gets answered and everyone lives. It's kind of like that WandaVision ended. Like there's a lot of stuff that were like,
all that for a fucking.
But dude, how much of a narcissist is Loki that he falls in love with himself?
Look, she's a smoke show. I don't fucking.
Yeah, I feel like we're all just saying like I mean I kind of would too.
I mean,
of course. Yeah, if that's a version of myself, okay.
Yeah, we want the same things.
Yeah,
Which is ourselves.
Yeah.
So we're all narcissists, dude.
Yeah.
Look, I think that's something. Fuck, my brain just went sideways. What is that castle that's at the end of time?
I have no idea.
It looked like Sauron. Did you notice that there was like a glowing tower?
Yeah. Is that just behind the TVA?
That's utterly ludicrous, though, because they're owned by
Yeah.
Warner Brothers.
I know, but you know what I'm saying.
The house that Batman built?
There's definitely some fucking Tolkien shit going on there, and I'm very curious.
I mean, the assumption is Kang the Conqueror. I don't know much about his history, so maybe he lives in a castle.
The amount of research I've done in the last week on YouTube, so I'm well versed. Clearly,
yes, of course you are.
Kang, genius.
Kang's power is he travels through time and he alters time. That's his
but they're not in time
power
right now.
Yeah, well, maybe Kang lives outside time, so he can't alter time.
But Kevin Feige said Kang the Conqueror is going to be in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, which is a ridiculous title. But
I know.
But the theory is that they're stuck in the quantum realm, which we've seen in Endgame.
The TVA might be in the quantum realm.
Yeah,
There's some of that been put in there. Yeah.
Good. And the black woman in the show, his name is Ravonna. In the comics, she
The large one or the
the hot one.
The judge,
the judge, the super hot one who I want to marry.
Okay.
She's a great actress, Sanji DePero.
Yeah, in the comics, she is actually Kang's like girlfriend or Ravonna. She has a long name. I forget.
She does kind of seem to know what's going on.
Yeah, that's what I think. The whole
on.
Yeah. So I think
it's like a false Mephisto lead though again.
Yeah, I'm not getting too down in that road.
Classic Kevin Feige. We're gonna get
connecting the dots. Like
it's gonna be Tony. It's gonna be like, and I don't know. In classic Feige fashion, he knows like all that comic shit. And he loves pulling the rug out from under you and fucking with you like that.
Yeah, because not everything from the comics is true. Like,
lots of it isn't.
Hela in the comics is Loki's daughter, and then in the movies, it's their sisters.
Yeah.
So you can
But it's
Play with it a little
possible
bit.
that Loki and Sylvie conceive a child that is Hela, and that's Hela. I don't know.
They will call us
Oh,
back.
that would be.
Bring back Hela,
No,
by
that
the
would
way.
ruin.
I know.
I like Kathleen Chen's performance.
She's so good.
Bring her back. Give me an alternate. Hey, you can have an alternate version.
It's true.
We've established that now. We can just bring anyone back.
Also
Bring back
that they like,
Thanos.
the fact that they like look different, the fact that like there is like a black Loki and a female Loki and all that. There's 100% a chance that we actually could get, and I know this is like surrounded with a maelstrom of shit on the internet, but Garfield, Toby, and Holland in the same Spider-Man movie, that potentially, with the rules that this has set forth, that potentially
Dude, it totally makes
that
sense.
allows for this to happen.
And then we cut back to it like they said Ralph Boner, but still Evan Peters is Quicksilver. It's still
every
like
time it comes up, it makes me mad, and then I go, no, I trust that we're coming back to that. I really do.
But now
think
after
we're
seeing
not
this
coming
show,
back.
like let's just hypothetically, if Toby and Andrew Garfield are coming back, there's no reason why Evan Peters from the X-Men universe can't
Maybe-
come back
What was
as a
the
different variant.
original timeline of the show?
Wait a minute, maybe,
Timeline fits.
No.
maybe,
show's
hold
come
on. Maybe they had to enchant or convince Ralph Boner that he's not Quicksilver because the TVA couldn't get inside of Wanda's fake world. Maybe
Right.
she was too powerful
Right.
for them to get into it.
That was
He's
Agatha.
a variant. And they
Agatha
need to get
knows
to him,
who-
but they can't get in.
Yeah, like Agatha knows who the Sorcerer Supreme is. She understands those type of spells.
Yeah.
And Strange probably, I really want to see what he has to say about all this.
Oh man.
Just sitting there waiting.
It's gonna be so disappointing.
Because if the TVA couldn't get to him and he's a variant, which he likely, now we have a term for it, he is existing in a universe he's not supposed to exist in, branch reality, whatever. He's a variant, Evan Peters Quicksilver variant. That barrier that she had around Westview, nobody can get in or out. Maybe the fucking TVA can't even get in or out. Maybe the little teleports can't get in and out. So now we're like, okay, we have this variant Quicksilver, what the fuck do we do? And somebody makes him think he's fucking Ralph Boner.
But if there's
Agatha, maybe.
this whole like, we've now established this whole world of like time variant and stuff like that. You don't think something has slipped by
It
through the
has
cracks
to have.
that the TVA doesn't know, aka Evan Peters like slipping by? Like,
Well, maybe
there's got to be something.
Maybe since Westview is a potentially world-ending event,
Potentially.
if Westview is a potentially world-ending event,
Then they
then
wouldn't
Ralph
be
Boner
there.
could be there and they wouldn't notice it because she's hiding in apocalypses.
Yeah.
So where there is a lot of chaos and change can't be affected,
Yeah,
is
so
a
the
place
issue-
that you can hide.
But Agatha probably
Westview
knows
is
about
one
the
of those
multiverse.
Yeah,
places.
the issue is
She
that
probably
that
knows.
ended, so
Right?
We're coming back to this.
Yeah,
We're coming back.
I can't get over it. Because it's gonna come full circle. The multiverse storyline is hitting us. This is where it
Oh
starts.
yeah, is this the start? of
How
this?
far are we out from, like, not the exact date, but when about
It's
is
like
the
December or
Multiverse of
something.
Madness?
Well, I think Spider-Man is December.
Is Multiverse of Madness this year? No.
It's next year.
Next year, yeah.
Spider-Man's first.
Late next year, right?
Spider-Man's first with Doctor Strange is confirmed to be in it. That's actually the one thing that's confirmed.
That's crazy.
And then Strange is
That's enough for me. I don't need all the internet bullshit. Knowing the strangers in the movie is enough for me.
yeah. The other stuff I
I'm just happy that
I hope it's
Michael
all
Keaton's
real.
Batman again.
Yeah, we're talking Marvel.
It's not happening, dude. Shut
I'm
up.
excited for Vulture if he comes back.
In Venom. Oh,
In Morbius,
or Moby.
not Mobius. By the way, was that Mobius came back? That was awesome.
That was nice.
Love movies.
That was dope. Yeah.
We're gonna see him again. He's gonna get his closing moment. I think
He's
the
gonna
next
ride on a
episode's
jet
gonna
ski.
start with him walking into the TVA.
Do you think we're done with Owen Wilson? Do you think it's just this one show? I think that's just like
I gotta say this last episode. I sure hope
like
not.
if you're a betting man,
If
realistically.
I'm a betting man, he's probably gonna die in defense of the TVA. But
Yeah.
they already
No,
did
I
that.
guarantee you though, I
Not
almost
defense
think
the TVA,
if this was not shot previously, then in the past like month, they have gotten Owen Wilson on a jet ski and just filmed him. And they're gonna put that in the
Well,
final
they did halt
episode.
production of this. This was the big show that I think like half of it is shot
Yeah.
after the pandemic.
It was just
Oh, one thing I want to mention: when Loki is first confused and starts losing his shit in the void, wherever they are, whatever you want to call it, and he's yelling at the other Lokis. Tom Hiddleston is bringing it in
He really
all
is.
aspects of this show. But that like monologue there, where he starts flipping out,
Yeah.
is so good.
Oh yeah,
It's
no, I was thinking
so
the same thing. He's
fucking
such a
good.
fucking good actor.
very tight.
He's so great as Loki, and we're just where we're going with them now, just completely out of left field and something I didn't expect.
That's why I keep saying we don't deserve this show. Like I had no expectation of this.
Yeah, like I don't need this show. I'm fine. I saw Endgame. I'm fine.
Everybody is just. I keep saying it every video. Excuse me. It's late, guys. But acting,
we have jobs,
music,
guys.
directing.
Tomorrow's gonna suck.
Music is just continuous.
Giving me fucking what's
Dude, the
his name?
opening
Robin Jowetti vibes.
Yeah, dude, the opening shot though. Remember how it's like turning?
Oh my god.
Hell.
Straight out of Apocalypse Now. I love it. I love it.
It's beautiful. And we have one more left. Damn, one more.
So good.
Wow.
So fucking good.
Wow, but
Wow.
we're gonna wow in the last episode. This whole show's a shit.
I know. If we don't get an Owen Wilson wow at some point, I am.
It's not looking heartbroken.
Yeah. But as we wrap it up here, final thoughts. Cut to Tyler.
Yeah, I mean, geez, there's been a lot. We've been on a hell of a ride right now, and it's all coming to a close. And I think that we've grown as friends. I think we're gonna, grow as viewers of this medium. And
Loki has changed a lot in the course of the show.
Exactly, and it's going to be such a treat to see what happens. And I'm going to hand it off to you guys now.
I think the real answer is in Dominic Toretto. It's all about family. Being honest. No, they are all family.
It's not something I expected.
But
like Phase 4, this whole show.
we do have the multiverse coming, and I want to see the Fast Verse smash with.
Is there a multiverse where Pat is quoting Fast and the Furious right now? But those memes have been glorious.
That was so great.
We're gonna date this video.
We should start making these years ago.
No, honestly though, with this show, it's just banging on all cylinders. Like it's really it's doing such a good job of this story picking up steam and momentum, and I so consistently with every episode find myself caring more and more and more about, I almost said the characters, but it's all the same character, essentially, with a few, Owen Wilson and everybody, but it's just like all of these Lokis. I love the concept in this episode where it's like every time they try to better themselves, it creates a variance, and the TVA is stopping Lokis from, progressing past mischief. Like this concept of a character that has to essentially defeat the concept of time and the universe and God in order to better himself is such an inherently spiritual story. Like it's the character is fighting against the elements of the universe in order to give himself a shot, just to try to do his best, which is such a beautiful concept to put in the hands of such a mischievous little asshole that we've always noticed, Loki. But seeing him grow as a character this way, and Hiddleston really has always been a huge proponent of the MCU and super involved in the character, and just to see him really, he is having such a blast with this.
Yeah, you can tell he's really.
And I love this show. I love this fucking show.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. So that's my final thought. This is my favorite episode of all the MCU TV shows so far, I think. And I fucking love this show, and my hat's off to everybody at Marvel. Joe.
Yeah, I think, I keep saying it, I've said it in both of the shows, the WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier, and this. Marvel is really just doing something different, and it's so out of left field. It's something I don't understand how they're doing it, and how they're consistently doing it well, and how we're just taking these random, no-name directors and composers and writers, and we're just giving them these big budgeted Disney Plus shows. We're watching Marvel in our fucking home right now. like just think of that.
And we're going to see Black Widow tomorrow.
Okay, when has there ever been a time where we have had two new Marvels in 2 days? It's never happened ever in the history of ever.
I have been 2 years though since we've been in the theater. Sorry, I interrupted your thoughts.
Which, by the way, our reviews come out tomorrow. Yeah. But really, I'm just so blown away by, I agree with Pat, this is probably one of the best episodes of any of the Marvel shows. And I have so many theories that I know are wrong, and I love theorizing every week about it. It's so much fucking fun. It's so, every time, when I used to watch Lost when I was a kid, just sitting every week and just theorizing and just knowing that all of your theories are just completely wrong. And you're like, oh, no, I didn't know it was going to go there. I didn't know it was going to go that route. It's so much fun. The mystery box of it is insane. And this show is absolutely insane. I love it. I love it so much. I don't want it to end, but we have one more episode left. Do you think we get like some like hint? Do you think we get like some trailer for Loki in Black Widow, like at the end credit scene?
If there was, they cut it.
That'd be like kind of cool.
If there was, they cut it.
Yeah, it's like 1 week left.
Whatever they did cut, they probably put in a trailer.
Just show me like some clip from
I
Loki.
do love though you using the phrase mystery box there. It just hit me that the last shot before the last episode is literally opening the door, and that's the center of the mystery box.
Yeah.
Cut to black.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Oh.
I didn't even cross my mind until you used that exact phrase, and I'm like, boom, wow,
Yeah.
that is brilliant.
They really get it. But anyway, thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate all everyone out there, all the millions and millions of people watching out there. Appreciate all your support.
All 7 of you.
All
On our
7 of
best
you.
day we hit
Matt,
40.
thank you. Yeah. But as anyway, like, subscribe, comment, go on OnlyFans. We have an account.
Yeah.
Positive
It's
on
only for
OnlyFans.
fans. And
Yeah.
It's actually the opposite money not to see us fuck, so.
You know, if we get to 100
But
subscribers,
if
we'll
you
do
want to
some
pay
graphics.
money, we might. We might do it.
Put in the comments if you want to see us fuck.
We might do it. We might.
That's
Great. Well,
As always,
not to shit on Stan Lee's entire existence by following him with
Might.
this,
Might.
but as always,
Excelsior.
Excelsior.
Seriously,
That's what it's gonna look like on the OnlyFans. Put it back in, put it in.
seriously though, we might do it. Just let us know. We might do it.